Okay, once more into the breach. Alright, this is my last, probably, recording while I'm in Colorado. I think I'm about to go to sleep. I did go back to sleep this morning. I went for like 3 more hours. Then I had a weird dream where I was back at work. And I realized it was a dream because there was this girl behind the bar who used to work behind the bar, but she doesn't work there anymore. And I said something about her ignoring me. And then I was like, wait a minute, she doesn't work there. She left all of her shirts. She just brought all of her shirts, actually. And then I started thinking, in my dream, and I was like, I don't remember driving back. I think I'm dreaming. And then I realized I was dreaming. And so I started taking advantage of dream mechanics. And then my ears started to hurt. Like I felt like I had a piece of metal stuck through here, where my piercing is, where my ears are gauged. So I pulled it out and it still hurt. And I couldn't wake up. I kept pinching myself, trying to wake up. It obviously didn't work because I couldn't fucking feel it. But eventually did wake up. And then it was like 10 o'clock. Got up, took a shower. Sorry, yawning. It's after midnight. This color is really weird. Anyway, the fuck was I saying? What did we do? Oh, I went to go get my daughter, and I decided to try some Mexican food. I was in Colorado because I'm from Southeast Texas. Mexican food is really my jam. And apparently Colorado has really good, like, I think it's like a green chili sauce. Anyway, and I found this little Mexican place that it's like a little hole in the wall. It's in the strip center, and it has the most ridiculous name that I can't remember right now. But doesn't matter. It was delicious. I got a combination plate so I could try a little bit of everything. I didn't like the enchilada. I think it was the green chili sauce. I didn't like it. I did eat half my chili relleno though, and probably 3/4 of my tamale. It was very good. And then I did not want to go to the aquarium. I wasn't feeling it. And so I found this mall like way on the other side of town. It was like 30 miles away. And it was a huge mall. And it was freaking weird. Like there were outlet stores in there, but it wasn't an outlet mall. And they had a train and like a comic book shop and a place where you could make your own slime, and trying to remember what all places we saw. Azuma's, Hot Topic, Spencer's, the normal stuff that we went into. And a Target in there, which, when I went to Virginia to visit my other daughter, there was a Target in that mall, and I thought that was really weird. And then come to find out there's a Target in this mall. So apparently that's just a thing. There were Targets in malls. I don't know. It was huge. Huge. Yeah. They had a train. And we were walking, we were just walking the mall. Little stores go in here or there. And there was a person walking in a giant inflatable T-Rex costume and a cow costume, inflatable costume. And while it made me smile and I did appreciate it, I gotta wonder I get up in the morning and sometimes I wear questionable things. Yesterday I wore I got something on my shirt, so I changed shirts to a t-shirt that has a cat on it. It says undiagnosed, but something's wrong. And then today I wore my tank top that says if I'm too much, then go find less. But I mean, I don't think, and I appreciate whimsy, I do, but I don't think I've ever woken up in the morning and thought, you know what? I'm going to wear a giant inflatable T-Rex costume to the mall. Oh, and then at the comic book store, there was a girl at the cashier. I said she wanted me to put my number in. I was like, oh, well, you know, I'm not from here and I'm going back tomorrow. And she said that she just moved there too. And we were talking about Mexican food. And I said, well, I'm from Texas. She said, well, I'm from Texas. I'm like, where? And she said, Houston. I said, I'm from Houston. She said, where in Houston? So I told her, you know, I grew up in Baytown and she grew up in Galena Park, which is so weird. It's like a very small world because, I mean, literally those places are like 15 minutes apart. And the fact that we're both in Colorado, and I just happened in this comic book shop. There's a Scooby-Doo Scooby-Doo Clue game? Was it Clue? I think it was Clue. Anyway, it was kind of cool, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. And I saw a t-shirt I wanted to buy, but it was on sale for like $58, and I'm like, I'm not spending $58 on a t-shirt, ever. I'm cheap. But it says, flirting is my day job. Yeah, so, yeah, I took a picture of it, but I'm And then we went to, after that, we decided to go get coffee. So we went to, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like Do Good something. Anyway, it's like a tabletop game place that also serves coffee. So I had a chai, my daughter got a coffee, and then I went to the grocery store. There was a Safeway, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen a Safeway in like 25 years, so I'm going to go to the Safeway. They were liquidating. Everything was 75% off. There was almost nothing I could get there because their last day's like the 25th, but I've never been in a grocery store where there's like nothing. And so we're walking through the aisles, and I'm like, this kind of makes me feel like we're shopping in the apocalypse or something, you know, where you just trying to find things where you could make a meal out of it. Anyway, poor cashier. He's like, so how are you doing today? And I'm like, I'm good. How are you? And he kind of, he's like, well, I'm as fine as I can be considering we're closing in 5 days and I'll be out of a job. And I was like, yeah, that sucks. But I didn't say that. What I said was, so other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? And he laughed. And then he used his number to give me the discount for the Safeway thing because I don't have Safeway. There's not a Safeway anywhere in Oklahoma that I've ever seen. Anyway, and then went back to my daughter's place and I made, we call it hamburger helper, but it's not hamburger helper. It's basically just, veggies and rice and beef and cheese. And then I also made a tater tot casserole. And they already had rice, and they already had some tater tots that were in their freezer that were getting a little freezer burn. So I went ahead and I used the old tots. And so anyway, I bought her groceries, bought her clothes. I got me a couple of little things. I got a Colorado hoodie. I also got a hoodie yesterday that says, I'm not stupid. Show me the candy first and then I get in the van. And then I bought another pair of jeans. So, because the jeans that I wore yesterday, they fit last week, and then I was having to pull them up like all day while I was walking around the mall. And of course I didn't bring a belt because I wear a belt for work and I fucking hate wearing belts. So I didn't have a belt. I want to buy a belt. I have belts. I just don't like them. So I bought another pair of jeans, and then I brought those 2 pairs of jeans I bought from Goodwill at home. And so I wore 1 pair on my way here, and then I wear the other pair today. And I'm either gonna wear the same pair I wore today home tomorrow, or I'm just gonna wear the yoga pants when I'm driving. Oh, I bought some watermelon because I don't have grapes. I ate them and then threw the rest out. So I still have some pineapple, and I have some watermelon, and I have she's my mom's age, but technically she's my cousin. Anyway, she lives in the Colorado Springs area, so if I leave early enough in the morning, I'll call her. We can have lunch or something. If not, I'm gonna head home. I need to do laundry. I gotta fucking do my roots. I need to get my oil changed. But I'm not doing that here. I'm gonna go home. Anyway. So. Oh, and I pre-ordered the album. Because of course I did. Of course I did. I didn't jump on at midnight or whatever time it was and get the signed one, because I don't really need a signed copy. All of my CDs just kind of sit over in the bookshelf, and I take them out sometimes and look at the photos, and I take the photo cards out, and I need to hang up the posters, but I need some poster frames, and then I gotta figure out where to put them in my room because I already have stuff hanging on the wall. And I think the toddler is gone because I haven't heard the toddler since this morning. Of course, I've been gone most of the day, but there's a dog now. And the dog itself is not a problem, except for occasionally he barks, and then somebody yells at him to stop barking. And I don't understand these people. I mean, I was less irritated about the toddler than I was about the people yelling at the toddler. And I'm less irritated about the dog than I am about the people yelling at the dog. And I'm just... I need people to let... I mean, dogs bark. I have dogs. They bark sometimes. And, you know, I had kids. I still have kids. They're just grown-ups now. But kids are kids. So, you know, why are you yelling at your kid for... I mean, yes, tell your kid to be quieter and stuff at 6:30 in the morning. But don't yell at them for laughing. I mean... I don't know. I'm just people. And it's not the locals, because all the locals here seem really, really nice. Everybody I talked to today and yesterday, they've been really nice and cool, and but no, it's people in the hotel, the other guests. So I'm assuming they're not from here. And I don't know. I'm sure there are not nice people also in Colorado, but overwhelmingly all the people I've met here have been really nice, really cool. So, anyway. But yeah, tomorrow I get to drive 12 hours back home. But I think I'm going to take a different route, and I'm not going to go through Kansas. Because Kansas is just a whole different vibe, and there's a whole lot of nothing. And okay, so I was on my way here and drove through Kansas, I'm tired. Kansas, and I stopped at a gas station, and in Oklahoma, you only have the back plate. I don't know about Kansas. I wasn't looking, but I think they only have a back plate too. I think Texas has both, but I don't. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I pull up, and the guy inside can't see my license plate. And I go in there and I buy gas with cash. And he tells me to have a nice rest of my trip. I never told him I was on a trip. It's not like I was wearing like a fanny pack and Bermuda shorts and a hat and shit. I was just wearing a tank top and a pair of jeans, but I guess I don't look like I'm from Kansas. I mean, probably not. But it was still kind of weird that he just knew I was on a trip. I don't know. It was a Valero in Castle Rock. FYI. But yeah. So, anyway, I'm gonna try to get some sleep. I've already brushed my teeth, all of that nonsense. I was just watching videos, well, TikToks really, and Instagram a little bit. But I'm gonna go to sleep, and we'll set my alarm for like 6:30, and get up, snag some more fruit, throw it in my purse with the banana, and then I got the freezer bag in here for my fruit and my leftover bulgogi. So, but yeah, I might go to lunch with my cousin later today because it's after midnight now. I hadn't seen her in a hot minute. If, timing works out right. But if it's 6:30 in the morning, I wake up and my eyes say no, then I'm going to go back to sleep for looking at a couple hours because checkout's not till 11, so I've got plenty of time. I mean, I don't want to drive home for 12 hours if I leave at 11, but I'm tired. I haven't really been sleeping much, which, is pretty normal. So, anyway. My hotel room is it's like tropical setting. When I've been gone, I set it at like 75. And then when I get up in the morning, I set it to 78 before I take a shower. So, it's probably the warmest part of this whole hotel. Anyway, I'm done. I'm gonna go to bed. See y'all later.